Anybody remember him? Just a new crowd. Let's give Tom a round of applause.
And if I could for a moment, just recognize the tremendous leadership that Will and Justin have provided for the last year. I'm so incredibly honored to be associated with this organization and to see what you two and Todd and all the others, but especially you two, I know what you've done to put together this event and everything you've done to build the bunker into what it is. So please recognize them. I'm Thomas Day. I'm here representing Veteran Solutions Partners. Veteran Solutions Partners is an organization. We have brought together a group of organizations, agencies, individuals, change agents, dedicated to ensuring that our men and women have access to safe, affordable housing, to employment, and supportive services. We're a new LC3, low profit limited liability company. Yeah, I need that. Right, thank you. You address something. Who, with, by, for veterans, with veterans, by veterans, for veterans. We are here to ensure that those individuals who have served our country so honorably have their dignity restored as they should. And
what am I pointing this out? Try again.
all right, try this again. Here we go. Yep. Why? Take a look at this slide. Right now, we are literally seeing veterans dying because they don't know where to go for help. The help is there, they just don't know where to find it and who they are. So we are designing a series of programs, of projects, information technology enabled solutions to some of our most complex problems listed here. The housing locator. With the housing locator, we put the veteran at the center. We help, in the past, veterans housing has been done with available housing stock. With this program, we put the veteran and his or her needs at the center. You need to go to the VA, we put that into the system. The school district for your kid. The veteran is at the center of his or her housing needs. We can put you into housing based on your individual criteria. Unvaccinated employment tracker. Our partners for years have put thousands of veterans into housing, and that's been tracked. What has not been tracked is all these other factors: employment, education, family reintegration. Let's collect this data so we can learn from the past. Supportive Services Locator and Management System. I mentioned at the onset that we're losing veterans because they don't know where help is. This is an easily accessible program. We can identify where that help is. It puts the veteran at the center. Everything we do, Veteran Solutions Partners, is dedicated to putting the veteran at the center so the help they need is at a relational level when they need it. Final point, accountability. This feature of our software is enabled by this measure of accountability, whereby phone, the touch of a phone, the veteran being served by these programs have that ability to rate the services they've received. So we have that feedback mechanism. These are the tools that are going to be enabling the solutions that we have so tried to find. And with that, I want to introduce Chris LaFayelle, who is going to come up with me, and if there's any questions, I would invite Chris to help me out with that. Thank you, Joe.
Do we have any questions?
Here's some feedback from the judges. Feedback and questions.
I'll just start. So what does your product do? I guess
So there's multiple multiple projects, multiple products. One ties them all into it with the supportive service locator, so it can actually map in a GIS platform every single neighborhood. So in Chicago, we have 75 neighborhoods. Within 75 neighborhoods, we have identified what we call points of light, which is individuals, agencies who've been serving veterans a long time, funded or non-funded. So the idea here is, if you're looking for a house, you just ETS'd, you've come into Chicago, you're like, hey, I gotta go to school, I applied over here, I don't know the city, I have a kid that's 6 years old, I wanna find the right housing area for my specific criteria. That criteria is very easy to enter into that app and very easy to show you the housing stock available using some of the technologies that exist, they're just not integrated. The next thing is the HUD-VASH employment tracker. We've already given out in Chicago thousands of vouchers since 2006 for homeless veterans. The problem is we haven't tracked why they've moved so many times. And in the industry, I found out why. The reason why is it's not the right fit for the right person at the right time in their lives. So if you have an individual who needs public transportation, why are we placing them in an area that doesn't have public transportation? If you have an individual with a family of 3 and the kids are in elementary school, why aren't they in a good school district? And the problem is that we've relied upon VA and et cetera for them to think what's best for the individual. But you have a case manager who doesn't know about housing, doesn't know about employment. They know about their case management and the agencies that exist. So we see this product very simply. It's multiple different forms of software that can integrate with the programs that we now exist. We have $1.3 billion spent in housing in Illinois recently for homeless veterans. Not one veteran has been at that table for decision-making abilities. Not one. But we distributed $1.3 million. So this is an ability for veterans with by and for to have that software accountable, whether it's from the Department of Defense, whether it's from VA, whether it's from US HUD. It's really hard for people to say no against, using technology that works.
So I think I can speak for everyone here that we wouldn't be in this room if we didn't care very deeply about our veterans. And we thank our veterans for their service, and we thank you guys for what they're doing. And so I think we feel very strongly about this. I think the piece of feedback I give is that many of the people we are looking for help from, whether it be funding or guidance or advisory services, were not veterans. So in that regard, there's some language that they're using and some problems you're describing that we may take for granted that we don't understand. We accept that there's a problem, but I don't think we have the context to kind of really fully understand putting the veteran in the center. Like, I would think, aren't they already in the center? So explaining some of that is going to be important to the non-veteran crowd to have a better understanding for the gaps. Because I think you've got a room full of people who want to help, but we don't see the world the way you do. I think that would help the presentation. Thank you.
That's all the time we have right now. Next, if you have more feedback, please meet with them afterwards. And thank you, Thomas. And thank you, Chris. Let's give them a round of applause.